Guys, I want you to carefully observe the video I'm about to play for you right now. That's a beautiful solo, isn't it? I am going to teach you why and how to play exactly that. Now, if you know a little bit of piano, you'd love this. So today, I'm going to teach you guys how to solo. To any intermediate piano player right now, this is an intermediate lesson. I see a lot of people soloing wrongly because they don't understand the basics of soloing. So now let me teach. First of all, you need to understand that soloing is like telling a story. You understand? You don't just start a story. You could start a story hard, or you could start a story soft and build it up to the intense part and then rise. So mostly soloing is about rise and falls, highs and drops. So I'm going to give you an example of a popular song so you guys will understand what I mean. First of all, we're going to take the song Confession, just the instrumentals by AV. Do you understand? So if you check, you can see that this song is in G. This key, G. Are you seeing it? Okay, good. So first of all, you have to know the key of G. You have to know how to play the key of G, which is what? That's it. That's the normal key, right? And I'm using a synth to play this solo. I just want you guys to understand. So first of all, when you're starting a solo, one of the most basic things you can do is to start in the pentatonic scale. And the pentatonic, pent means 5. So it means that 5 notes in the scale of G. G pentatonic scale will be this. Major pentatonic. Do you get it? 1. That's it. That's one of the most basic ones that a lot of people understand. Even the non-musicians understand and will enjoy. But when you start your solo with playing all these accidentals and things, people don't understand. Do you understand? You have to start slow and build it up. So let me give you an example. So first of all, you can start with 1 note on the pentatonic scale, right? Just 1 note. C. See? Just rhythm. Just be on timing. So you're on the downbeat. And downbeat, boom. You get me? Now, so from this particular side, you could build it up and be using rhythms. The first thing you have to do is to think like a percussionist. How will a percussionist think like? How would they play? You understand? So this is it. This is the first note. I'm playing La. Do you get it? La, La. But a percussionist will add something. Kutu, sta, tutu, gata, kutu, sta, tutu, gata, kutu. The thing you have to understand is that your audience doesn't know those plenty keys and those notes that you are going to play. So you have to now introduce them into it. You don't just start and do it. They'll be confused. They'll say you don't know how to play. Meanwhile, you know how to play. You get me? So something simple. Then you have to maybe spice it up. One note. 1 note. You can add 2 notes. So this particular thing, you are now introducing them into it. You understand? Just take your time. You get me? You play all those things. Allow yourself. Make this thing an extension of you. There's one trick that I use. You should be able to sing what you play, or you should be able to play what you sing. Do you understand? So let me give you an example. I'm going to play pam 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 pam. Let me play the song. Pam 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 pam. Hey pam 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 pam. Let's watch. I sing. Dun 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 dun. You get it? Dun 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 dun. Pam 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 pam. Pampana, 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 pampana. You now have to introduce them. You just try one accidental, see how it works. then you go back. You understand? Just take the pentatonics as your resting notes. You get me? So something like this. You see, I went up and I came down. So the pentatonic is just like my resting notes. When I'm trying new things and they are not working, I just come down. So I've come back to the pentatonics. I've come back to the pentatonics. I've come back to the pentatonics. I've come back to the pentatonic. Now the most important thing about solo in Afrobeat is not the notes you play, it's the rhythm you keep. So let me give you an example. So like this. So just think of it as you are giving the groove. You are not doing your own solo, you are adding to the groove. So guys, I'm going to give you an example of a solo, right? I'm going to start slow, then I build it up. So watch. I'm going to start with 1 note, 2 notes, 3 notes, then I go crazy. You understand? So we're in the key of G. Let's go. But one thing you have to put in mind, if you don't learn anything, which is one of the most important things, is how to think like a percussionist. You understand? So how would a percussionist do? Ko tugu putum kutu ko pudum putum kutum. I see it. From there, you could maybe go a little crazy. You could try the accidentals, but every time you play the accidental, just come back. You understand? You see, I went up and I came down. I sent you guys up and I came down. You see, when I go there, it sounds a little bit off, but I'm able to bring you guys down. It's like a transition. So, a lot of people solo in diminished too. There are 4 types of full diminished, right? Which is this, the first one, the second one, third one, that's the 4th one. You understand? If you interchange, it's going to be all. So you could try and solo in the diminished, right? And see the one that enters. This is a diminished. You understand? So I can go with that and come back to the pentatonic, right? See what I did? Yeah. You see? So I could try. Yeah. Okay, so now a lot of people like to use the pitch bend to solo. The pitch bend is at this side. I'm going to show you a picture of the pitch bend, right? But the mistake I see a lot of people make is that when you're using a pitch bend to solo, you have to think. Most pitch bends, when you bend a pitch, you're bending a pitch up to a tone. When I mean a tone, this is a semitone and this is a tone. So when I put my finger here, when I bend the pitch, it's supposed to take me here. Do you understand? So let me give you an example. You see it? If I bend it down, it's supposed to take me here. So you have to put that in mind. And when you are soloing, let me give you an example. See? So if I do this, watch. You see? So let's go. Let's do this. You see? You see, you are getting that. You see? So you have to know that anywhere you play, when you bend, it's supposed to take you a tone. If you bend half, it will take you a semitone. If you bend full, it's going to take you a tone. So bend half. You see? But if I bend full, this is not part of the scale of G. So you have to understand that every time you are soloing. You get me? So let me use pitch bends to solo for you to see. I start slow, like this. You see? So an example, let's go. When you are soloing, you should be able to sing what you play and play what you sing. Do you understand? So start soloing like that because your mind is very, very broad. It can imagine a lot of things. Let me show you something. You see? The last thing I'll teach you a solo training, right, is just pick one note and just play the single time, double time, what do you call it, fourple time. So let me show you an example. 1, 2, 3, single time. Double time. Four time. When you do it for some time, you realize there are risks to start paining you. Yeah, that's one way in which you are learning how to solo. So I hope you've learned some 1 or 2 things from this soloing. I'm going to do more of this so that you guys will understand it well and how I think when I'm soloing. So just remember, soloing is like a story. You get it? Tell your story. Now I hope you learned a lot from this simple lesson that I taught you. I hope it's simple. Well, until then, be creative.